Hey, thanks for checking in. Today we're going to do a campground review of Bloody Bluff Landing Campground on the Apalachicola River. This is a free campsite. There are 5 actual campsites available. There is also a boat dock and boat launching area. There are no restrooms and there is no running water, but there is there are trash receptacles. So as you drive in, it's about a 2-mile drive on a pretty nicely packed hard sand road, which is on Bloody Bluff Road. As you come around to the end, you drive all the way out until you hit the water. Basically, you're coming around and this will open up at the end to the campground area. As you can see, there are a couple campers out here today. There are also a couple boats out in the water that have dropped off today. So as you come into the campsite, or into the area, the campsites are all over here to the right area. There are, as you can see, a couple bare trash receptacles. This is campsite 1, where the red truck is. These sites out here, I would say 3 of the 5 would be very easily accessible with a bigger rig. This here is, we have a 30-foot travel trailer. So site 1, that's kind of gives you an idea of how it fits. Now the interesting part is this area right here in front of us is the actual road back to the rest of the campsite. So keep that in mind. You don't really want to park here if you're parked on site number 1. Site number 2 is right here. Again, very reasonable. I think what I've seen people doing is parking their camper over here perhaps, and then having this area in front where the awning would be. But you could, in theory, pull all the way back. And the problem is your awning would be over here on this side where the brush is. Campsite 3, which is currently occupied, is a very large site. It almost looks as if it's 2 sites that they've adapted into one. But again, a full-size rig, no clearance issues. Kind of kick back and look. We'll go back out there by the water shortly. And then between these trees, you're going to see campsite number 4 and campsite number 5. Campsite number 5, again, as you drive through here, the interesting part is this is also kind of a drivable area. So it's almost like a loop that goes around like this. So you can put a spot, you put your camper right there. That would take a very large rig, and it's already set up for the awning side as well. So that would be an ideal spot too. Again, pretty much any size rigs can get back here. The drive-in was very manageable. No low-hanging branches. I would say it's almost a double-lane road through most of the trip back here. And over in this area, just give you an idea of what there's available. There are some parking spaces, obviously, for individuals who bring boats out here. Again, you can see the trash receptacles, the bear-proof trash receptacles. And then there's obviously a turnaround right here. So if you get back here and it's full, or just not a spot that you're looking for, you can very easily turn around. There's a couple light branches here, but if you stay over to the left, you'll not have a problem. There's some areas down here where I think primarily people just park their boats and their trucks when they drop them off. Here we have the 2 sides of the boat ramp going into the Apalachicola River. Today it's pretty smooth out there. It was running pretty heavy the other day when we first arrived. So it's beautiful. It's very peaceful. Got a campsite, or not campsite, you got a picnic table there. And then over here you have a little information board. There is handicapped parking here. I believe this is a handicapped camping site. If somebody wanted to use it, it's completely paved and flat, though it's not listed as a reservable campsite, I do not believe, on their reservation system. A couple things to keep in mind. In the off season, which is November 1st to March 1st, you can actually stay out here in an unlimited length of time. You can just go on their website, reserve your spot for, you know, months on end if you wanted to. I will say it's been very quiet back here, no issues, not a lot of traffic. I think we've had maybe 1 or 2 trucks with boat trailers come back here each day, and that's been about it. So hopefully this review was helpful. Again, this is Bloody Bluff Landing